Hey folks, welcome back. If you caught my last video, which was under a minute, you know why I've been gone so long. When I did that video, last thing we heard from the doctors was my mom had 24 to 48 hours, and 6 hours later I got the call. So, I've just been kind of working and spending time with my family, working through everything. But it's a beautiful September morning in Elk Mountain, Wyoming. So, did some talking with the guys here at OK last night. They said a really good place to find some contracts is down at the Sweetwater Bar and Grill. So, we're going to go ahead and head on down there and see if we might be able to rustle up some breakfast and find a contract or two that might be worth taking. And still, they don't know of anybody that's willing to rent their own equipment out to do any contracts, and don't know of anybody looking for work, so we're still doing it on our own. But they said they might have a tractor coming in today that's going to be a used one, but it might work good for us if we can work out a good price. So let's go in here, have some breakfast, and take a look at the jobs they've got. Alright, well, looks like Richard Miller on field 6 wants somebody to get it cultivated for him. So let's go ahead and we'll grab that one up, since we do have a cultivator, and field 6 isn't, no, not all that big. But, oh, yeah, gotta pay for my breakfast here. Oh, that is the wrong one. I apologize about that. Let me turn that off. As you can tell, I haven't been on this very often. Alright, let's go ahead and $30 is good enough for a good breakfast and a tip. Alright, so it's cultivating. Let's go ahead and we'll go pick up our tractor and cultivator real quick. Maybe by the end of September here we'll be able to also own a little chunk of land. That'd be nice. Be able to start getting our own things going here. What we really might need, though, is a plow, because there was a couple of plowing contracts, but with the equipment we've got right now, we can't run that big of a plow. We'd be here until probably Farm Sim 25 came out. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll drop the sprayer and hook up to our cultivator. Now, as you can tell by the map here, field 6 is over here, so I will bring you guys back in when I'm there and ready to get started. Alrighty, looks like we're about to turn off a field 6 here. After we go ahead and we get that cultivated, we'll stop in here at Muddy Gap and get some fuel in my tractor. Just don't want it to run too low, you know. We'll talk to old man here, see if he's heard anything on the wire, anything might be going for cheap. Looks like somebody had done cotton. You know, I have lived in Wyoming my whole life, and I've never seen anybody plant cotton in Wyoming. Okay, this is an alternate dimension that I know nothing about. So, let's go ahead and we'll get this done here. Now remember, folks, I have no workers. I have survival difficulty on. So, let's just go ahead and see what we got. Alrighty, folks, I'm back. Well, Richard Miller said we were okay on it, but just to make a good impression, we'll go ahead and we'll finish it up. Now, old man did come down and talk to us and said that he got a plow in. It's a small one, but he just bought it. He was going to try to sell it to some scrap metal guys for a little bit of a profit, but he's going to go ahead and give us first crack at it. So we'll stop in and see him before we head back to our camper. And I tell you what, it's a lot better than sleeping in a tent. That is for sure. Alright, and it looks like we are done. Alright, so let's go ahead and we get the money for that. $923. Okay. Ooh. Gotta raise that up. Alrighty here. You know, this wouldn't be a bad chunk of land to buy. I mean, not all that big, but it's big enough for us anyway. Wouldn't be too much work taking care of it, especially once we know the town well enough. You know, we can hire some people to do it for us. But at this point, we don't. So, let's head up and talk to old man. And I thought we might need some fuel, but it looks like we're good on that. So, we'll head up here and find out what plow he's got, what he wants for it. Alright. Here we are at Muddy Gap. And just a fun trivia fact, there is a place in Wyoming called Muddy Gap. It's just a small little truck stop on the way between between Rollins and Casper. I apologize. Alright, let's talk to him. Alright. He said he'd be willing to let it go for 100. It is a small one. He said it's out here in his pile. Ooh, a deer. Let's chase him. Yeah, we can't catch him. Okay. Enough playing around. Let's get serious here. Wow. Yeah, that would be a small one. But I think we could pull it. Yeah. He said he wants 100 for it. Let's see if we can talk him down to 70 for it. Because 100 is a little bit much for something that small, that old, and beat up. So let's see if we can talk him down to 70. Alright. Old man drives a hard bargain, but we did get him down to 85, so let's go ahead and pay him his $85. And that plow is now ours over there. So, what we need to do is we need to take this cultivator back to OK and get it parked up so we can come back and get our plow. If you don't like waiting in traffic, don't live in farm country. That's what I'm going to have to tell that guy, those guys right there. Okay. I'll bring you back in once we've got this unhooked, and we'll stop in at the Sweetwater Bar and Grill again and see if we can get one of those plowing contracts that they had earlier on in the day. And that's going to be a long job, but some good money that we need right now. Western Wilds wasn't too good to us, but I've heard that they're working on the cleanup effort, so maybe we can get back in there after a while. And I did hear on the internet, and I looked, and Grandparents' Farm wasn't touched, amazingly. Everybody else was hurt bad, including us. Our place was, it was bad. But maybe we'll end up back there and can go ahead and get back to what we were originally planning to do. I grew up on that farm in the summers, working it. It was awesome. So I'll go ahead and I'll bring you back in once we've got the plow hooked up and get to looking at a field. So just give me a moment. I just wanted to show you really quick. That is exactly why I said you don't live in farm country. Alright, well, let's get pulled in here. We'll drop this off. We'll go pick up our new... Whoa! Okay. Well, there's a tractor sitting over there. Remember, OK said that they should be getting in a tractor. Well, let me get this parked, and I'll ask them if that's something that they're working on, or if that's something that they're selling here. Yeah, come on. Yes, as a truck driver, I know I should be able to back, but small equipment and me don't get along. So here, I'll go talk to him really quick, and then we'll see what's going on. Alright, well, they said that is one that they are selling. So, let's go ahead and take a look at it. International. It's not a bad piece of kit here. Looks pretty good. A little banged up and dirty, but, we've been through that before. They said they wanted 10,000. I think it's worth the 10,000. It'll give us a little bit more horsepower. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and pay him. Let's go ahead and get that. All right. Well, we paid him the 10,000, so now this tractor is ours. Alright. Well, now let's go ahead and we'll stop by the bar and grill on our way over to pick up the plow, and we'll go ahead and accept a plowing contract. What do you say? People that sold it only left it with a half a tank of fuel. Yeah, that's alright. We'll be alright. I realize our plow's kind of small, but it'll work out for at least one of them. Let's just go ahead and pull up here. We're going to be leaving right out anyway. Let's go ahead and go grab a contract. What do you say? Alright, now they want field 1 and field 10. So, field 1's a little bit smaller. But let's go ahead and we'll accept field 10 for right now. And if Michael Hammond still wants his other field plowed when we get done with 10, we'll go ahead and we'll grab one also. You know, I'm going to pick up that plow. Oh, you're going to wait for me. Oh, how nice of you. We're going to go pick up the plow. And while we're on our way over to field 10, since it's going to take us a while, we'll stop and we'll grab a quick bite to eat there. As a side note, folks, I'm trying to play this realistically. You know, you won't always have a place to be able to cook your own meals, and you know, it doesn't take no time to stop and grab a bite to eat. You gotta eat. So granted, I realize it's Farming Simulator and there's a lot of stuff they could have put in there, but you know, I like the game, so alright. We hooked up to our plow. Whoa. Tree. Yeah. Okay, yeah, see, even people make mistakes. Even I make mistakes, just like everybody else. Okay, so now we've got our plow, we've got a new tractor. And we are on our way to field 10, which is just past okay. So today has turned out to be a pretty good day. And I did want to take a moment and say thank you for everyone's condolences on Discord when y'all watched the video on what was going on in my personal life. I really do appreciate all that. It really did help things get a little bit better, but it's also a little bit extra hard on me because I'm the only one in my family with video editing experience. I had to do my mom's life video. That was a little weird. So it was a little bit extra hard on me, but we're all getting through it. So let's go in and grab a quick bite to eat. Alright, well, thought it was going to be a quick bite, but you know, it works out. Yeah, we spent $35 on lunch. Now the waitress in there, she's kind of cute. Might have to think about something later on. But anyway. Now, let's go ahead and go get to working on field 10. Alrighty, well, we're just pulling up to field 10. Now, 1.2 meters, it's going to take us a lot longer than cultivating field 6 did. But for just under $5,500, we can't really complain about that either. So I'm going to go ahead and lower that. Yeah, this is a lot bigger field, but we're going to go ahead and get it done here. It'll help raise our reputation around town, and you know, maybe in another month or so, maybe we can start convincing people, you know, that we're serious about this, you know. We want to get things going here, you know, and make a living for ourselves. Maybe people start, you know, coming to work for us, and maybe we can start leasing and borrowing equipment to get things done. So just yeah, it's gonna take a while. Alright, so just hang tight, folks, and I'll bring you back in as soon as something major happens. Hang tight. Alright, folks, welcome back. It has been a long day. So, we are almost done with this field now. We're at 98%. So, as soon as we get this done up, we're going to park this beast up, and then we're going to go down and get a good dinner. I think we've earned it. But, before that, we might go ahead and when we cash this out, we might be able to buy some land. I'll talk to the guy and see if he might be willing to part with it. He might, but I don't know. Alright, we are done. Or we've at least plowed enough of it. Okay. We accept that. It gives us $54.98. Well, not as much as I thought, so I think we're going to have to wait until next month and get a few more contracts in to see if we can buy some land. But we're definitely going to go down and get a good dinner. The waitress down there at Sweetwater Bar and Grill is kind of sweet on us, so we might be able to get a good dinner. Doubt it, but we're at least going to try. So I'll see you when we get in the pickup. Alrighty, folks, we're back. It was really nice of OKU's to let us stage here in their lot. I really don't like this plow already. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and we'll get in our trusty old pickup here and we'll head on down to Sweetwater Bar and Grill. And I know I got less money now than what I started with, but we've got some new kit, so hopefully it'll be able to make us some money. Now, I'm sure you have all seen the map entirely. If you watch a certain police officer that's cop, a certain police officer that's also a farmer, and a few other big namers, but I'll go ahead and I'll give you a tour on the next installment. So I'm going to go ahead and go in and eat dinner at the Sweetwater Bar and Grill. I'll catch you next time. And until next time, remember, keep your crops fertilized and harvested on time. I'll see you next time. So long.